Hello, everybody. How's it going? This is Joe. Welcome back to another episode of the Inside Our Phillies podcast. We missed the last series, but we're back at it again to talk about this Cardinal series, which the Phillies are going to be losing 2 out of 3. Right now, it is the seventh inning of Game 3, and Jose Alvarado is imploding. But we'll see what happens there, but I think it's safe to assume that that's going to be a loss. The Phillies also lost last night's game with 2-0. Brutal shutout for an offense that has generally been pretty good recently. And then in the series opener, the Phillies got a 6-5 win where Painter was flirting with the no-hitter for a little while. Here to talk all about it, we have Jeremy. How are you doing today, Jeremy?
Yeah, just fire Kevin along into the sun. I don't care if he's not a problem or not. You have to do something.
Yeah, I guess that's a good way to start. So I'll take it that you do not believe in the offense being as good as it has been recently. Because you look at the scores of these
No,
games, and until yesterday, 6 runs, 7
yeah,
runs, 5 runs, 4 runs, 7 runs. They've scored more than 4 runs, or at least 4 runs, in every game since the 1-0 loss to the Marlins several weeks ago.
yes, but especially against the Blue Jays and the Cardinals, or stats winning the score position is terrible. So many left on base, so many missed opportunities. It's just nuts. Like yesterday, we had a noble tiger. It was basically nobody out. So anyone unfamiliar, noble tiger, coined by the Tigers fan on Reddit, was hilarious.
True.
No out, bases loaded, ending incapable of scoring earned run. Yeah. Yep. In play run now from Sugar's first pitch coming in, bases loaded with 1 out. With
Oh, man, you're
one
ahead of
out or
me
no
on
out.
game day.
Yeah,
Sack
1 out.
fly.
Yeah.
Harper made a sliding catch in the right field.
Yeah. Great.
Seven
Yeah.
to one game. We're getting Brazil out here, Jeremy. But
Yeah.
I think the offense is a good point. Um, I don't think many people are buying the way that they've performed recently. I think it's inarguable that Luis Ariz has made the offense better than they were prior to the trade deadline. But with that being said, he's also been in a cold slump. The thing that has really plagued them this series has been the double plays. Now you can look at that two ways. You can say, hey, they're getting on base and they're getting unlucky, or you can look at it as this team hits too many ground balls. Like, how do you kind of try to view
Yeah.
these
No,
double
they hit too many.
plays?
They hit too many. They hit too many ground balls. They will be ahead in the count, and they'll swing at a pitch that isn't worth swinging at. It's it's not. Especially Bohm, my God, Mr. 643 himself. I've loved that nickname is caught on. Uh, if people are unaware, many fans started calling Bohm 643 because he hit so many 643 double plays.
Yeah, for
I
years
mean,
and years, I've called his anytime he's messed up, I've called them Bowmans, and I think we've had a lot of Bowmans recently.
oh
Um,
yeah, oh yeah, his first base defense has been atrocious.
right, we
It's
saw
not,
another
it's
error
not
today.
even, yeah, it's not even like decision making alone. Yeah. Stop playing him. Put Harper back at first. Just play De La Cruz and right.
Yeah, I think that there is just about zero purpose to Alec Bohm playing. I know that
There is zero. There is
I've been on
zero.
the
No,
Alec Bohm hate
I've
train.
tried to no, no, yeah, me too. And I've tried defending him sometimes. Like been like, oh, but no, I'm done with him. I don't care. Done with him. I'm just so annoyed that we traded Marquez for just a rise and we got nothing else for the offense. It was just a dumb trade.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean it's pretty hard to argue with that, and I think I just thought anybody would be better out there than Alec Bohm. Now you mentioned how Alec Bohm has not been great at first base, and how it would be a lot easier to have De La Cruz play more, and then have Harper go to first. But Bryce Harper is apparently dealing with some injuries, I believe, to his knee that he's complained about recently, having to do with him playing the outfield again. What are your
yeah,
thoughts on that, Jeremy?
yeah. Two things. The dude needs to shut up. Uh, he's like, I want to move to the outfield. Then he's like, oh, I'm only gonna do it for this year. I'm not like really great for it. And it's like, oh, my knee hurt. Oh, but he's like, oh, it's not a big deal at all. The dude, it's just like, I'm trying to think of like a dumb comparison. The best thing I can think of is when you cook for your wife or girlfriend for 3 days in a row, and you're like, "Ow, I burnt my finger. Oh, but look how great I am." I don't know. It's like you think of this hot shot. You're doing so much through helping, and it's like you should the bare necessity of doing something a good partner should be.
Yeah, I think every Phillies fan had a point where they had to realize that like Bryce Harper injuries are almost something you have to like ignore for the most part. Like the guy, for better or worse, loves to like act like he's hurt, right? Like he catches a ball and like collapses to the ground and everybody's freaking out for like a minute or two. Um, but I feel like at some point people have learned to not freak out about that. Um,
Yeah, yeah, like was it against the Blue Jays? He got thrown out trying to steal second and it looked like he broke his hand.
right. It's kind of stuff he does
Yeah,
all the
but like,
time.
why even mention your knee is sore if you say it's not an if it doesn't bother you to run out in the field? It's like, is
Well, he's
he
trying to
trying
get
to
the
get?
props for it, for being tough, right? For being
I
like,
know, but he comes off as I know he's like, oh, look how tough I am. Like I'm a yeah. He's like so insecure. Like it's just weird. It's just annoying. Like yeah, you play a sport, you're gonna be sore.
he has made it clear that he wants to play 162 games. It seems like it's something that's like really meaningful for him. So until he misses a game, if that ever happens because of this knee issue, I'm going to be completely unconvinced that it's something that I should waste my time worrying about, to be honest with you.
Yeah, like the offense is slumping. Sit him for a week. Like it's just like it's so yeah.
I think it's
Yeah,
admirable to want to play every day, to
I
be
think it's memorable,
clear.
but then, but yeah, but I don't. He comes off as whiny. Like I sound whiny right now. I hate it, but I'm just
Yeah.
so sick and tired of him complaining about everything.
And at what point does he like kind of like lose like the ability to do that? Because when he's the star of the team, one of the absolute best players in the sport, I think that you can kind of have the leeway to do that.
Yeah,
But
like you,
at this
yeah.
point,
I know,
he's like,
like you take out his recent slump. He's still been great this year. I don't complain. I don't have any problems with production. He's allowed to slump, not a big deal. But it's just like, yeah, he's got like this weird chip on his shoulder where he has to prove how tough he is.
yeah, he's still very good, right? Like he's probably going to have like a 3.5 war season, which is
Yeah, yeah, like yeah. If you tell me you're gonna get an 850 OPS from age 33 on Harper when he's on his contract, yeah, sure, sign me up for that. Doesn't have to be a 900 OPS. His contract isn't expensive.
yeah, yep. And the like actual AAV is the AAV, but I think the actual amount they're paying to him per year is like lower for the next
Yeah, 20. He's making
rest of the
27
contract.
million. He's been making 27 million every year, but then he has 2 more years of that. Then he's 23 million from age 36 to 38.
Right.
So that's nothing in today's money for
Yeah.
sports. It's nothing.
Inflation has eat into a lot of that over the 7 years since he signed that contract, 8 years since he signed that contract,
Yeah, and believe me, he's not poor. Like he's set up his whole family stuff for life. It's just yeah,
Yeah.
but it's just yeah. His contract is for years for like oh the Phillies got stuck for them. His numbers were never like his numbers are cheap. Yeah,
Yeah. I think I mean,
yeah. Even with the
totally fair.
slump, he's still put OPS at 865. Like that's fine.
Let's swap over to talking about the first game of this series. This was a game that the Phillies were punting. I think what people were expecting going in was Painter and Rodhell kind of piggybacking each other and pitching the entire game by themselves, which didn't seem like a great recipe on paper. And then you look at, Real Muto sitting for the day, along with some other contributors in the offense, including Trey Turner. But the Phillies ended up winning that game. Painter flirted with a no hitter for quite a while, even though he ended up being not great in the sixth inning. Ronhell somewhat held it together, and then Bolin shut the door. Is very Phillies like that they had like such an impressive, unpredictable first game of the series, but are still turning the overall series into a disappointment. But let's be optimistic. Like, what did you like about that game and Painter specifically on Monday?
I mean, the big thing is the swing and misses. The past three starts since he's up, he's getting swings and misses. That was the problem when he was first up. He wasn't getting swing and misses.
Yeah.
That
I
changeup
think
has been a real equalizer. They dropped the splitter, and his fastball is getting by guys now.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the 15 and third innings he's thrown since he came back. He has 16 strikeouts, so he's averaging a little more than a strikeout per inning of work, which is much better than the way that he was for the season, where he is averaging, like 7.5 ish strikeouts per nine. So
Which is
he's
still
really done a
which is
lot.
pretty funny. Like 7.5 is not a bad number. Like what is
Okay.
What is Carlton? What,
Well,
yeah, but
old baseball, of
I
course,
know
is going to be
Steve
so.
Carlton's strikeout per nine is 7.1.
Yeah, but you can't compare that to like modern
I
baseball.
know, I know, but it's just funny though. Like he led the league with 8.5, 8.7 at two only
Right.
two times he only led the league, and so yeah,
Then you look at like a random ass starting pitcher like Hunter Dobbins for the Cardinals on Monday, Painter's opponent, and he's averaging just about a strikeout per inning. Like, what has happened to this sport?
yeah. I mean, for some reason, we have accepted the best possible outcome for pitchers is okay for a batter. It,
Well, it's the whole three true outcomes thing, which we've
I know,
been.
but it's just funny. Like it's just like this philosophy of like, oh yeah, we value what we devalue strikeouts in batting, but we like praise them for pitchers. Like it's weird. Like, oh
I
yeah,
don't think a
strikeouts. Yeah,
strikeout.
everyone strikes out.
I don't think a strikeout is the best case for a pitcher.
No, no, oh, but still, like like, oh, he led the league in strikeouts. That's really good,
Yeah.
and he led the league in strikeouts as a batter. Whatever. It's just weird. Like we, but remember, people were I mean, you were too young, but Howard was getting clowned on the internet in for almost striking out 200 times. He never did.
I remember that. I mean, not maybe not from like the early Howard days, but in like, the Howard times that I remember,
Yeah,
I certainly remember that being a thing.
yeah.
But now, I
It's
mean,
just,
you're right.
it's
Like,
just,
I don't pay attention to how many
yeah.
strikeouts Kyle Schwarber has at all.
I mean, only reason I was this year because it was really funny how he was on pace to like have three, like break the record for strikeouts in the season and have like 60 home runs.
Yeah,
But would have been
no, that
really funny.
that would have been quite funny. Um, it was good to see him have a couple home runs in that Toronto series, but it's kind of been back to like middling Kyle Schwarber now. I don't know what to make of that, but anyways, one thing that I wanna get into is the bullpen. The bullpen, I think, is a little bit of a sad topic right now because they're all gassed. This bullpen has nothing. But I think you look across the board and you're seeing a bullpen that is just struggling to get through games. Look at today and Alvarado struggling once again. Kerkering, they have like turned away from this entire series just because he desperately needs the rest. Same with Duran. And this team does not have like a plethora of off days going forward. So I do have some level of concern for their ability to kind of get through this schedule because they have an off day coming up on Friday after the Field of Dreams game, which is great. But then they don't have another off day. They only have one more off day until after their West Coast swing. So you're really talking about like a long stretch of a lot of games.
Yeah, yeah. It's yeah. They're cook. It's bad. And you have throwing in with Mattingly, who seemingly has forgotten how to manage any bullpen situation at all. It feels just every decision he makes is just the worst one possible.
Yeah, yeah. Um, Mattingly
Like
at this point,
I don't think he was even this bad when he was with the Dodgers. Like if he's older now, but it's amazing how bad every decision is. Like I know it's come out now that Sanchez was feeling tired yesterday, and so they took him out early. But to put in McFarland in his second career appearance in a nothing game is just putting so much pressure on the kid.
yeah. I mean, at this point, I'm gonna stick with what I've been saying about how the team had to move off of Thompson just because they needed to find a way to save the
Yeah, bring him,
season.
but like bring him back now. I don't know, bring him back.
I mean, Thompson's a better manager than Mattingly. I think that's pretty
Yeah,
inarguable at this point. I don't think Mattingly has any idea of what he's doing with the bullpen, uh,
no,
and that's something
and like
that
he had, but like he was holding the team more accountable for their mistakes early on, and it just seems to like, oh, give a shit. Is this like is this clubhouse just that? Are they that bunch of freaking sticks in the mud?
maybe. I mean, it's hard to say what's going on in the in the clubhouse, but I mean,
But
I
like,
think
God,
there's
like I want Boom gone. I want that Gelb article.
yeah, no, that's gonna hit different. Back on like the Bohm side, we're kind of getting to this a little bit with him earlier. I think at this point you have to like seriously consider DFAing Bohm. I know that might seem
Yeah,
too aggressive to some, but I think
nah, fuck
his
it.
attitude is not what the team needs when they need to get right. Right? He is not the kind of person that's going to help the team get right. He's the kind of person that's going to sulk and make everything worse for the rest of the team. And I just
Well, it
I
also just
don't
seems
think
like that the team is just prone to sulking.
sure. I mean, I would take anybody over him. I think we have like Carter Keyboom somewhere in the system. Like I would take that over Alec Bohm right now.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Yeah, I mean, I have no idea how Carter Keyboom is doing in AAA, but let's take a look at this. Carter Keyboom. Okay, he has a 766 OPS for Lehigh Valley. Mhm.
Sign me
Not
up.
great. I would absolutely take that though. I mean, if you do what you were mentioning earlier about like just putting De La Cruz out there every day, Harper's back at first base, and then like Carter Keyboom is like your infield guy, your bench along with Sosa. Like I don't know. I feel like that is
Yeah,
probably a
yeah.
better team.
You don't have to start him, but like they feel like they have to start Bohm, and they don't.
Right. Right. It's a choice. They're not forced. They're not forced at gunpoint to have Alec Bohm play every day. And at times it feels like he is, force fed into the lineup almost.
Just 2-0 pitch down in. Oh, I have or up. It's inside. Got to swing at it.
Yeah. Yeah. Would you take Scott Kingery right now over Alec Bohm?
Yeah, because they wouldn't be starting Kingery. Like if they get once they get rid of Bohm, like they would stop. Like it's just they're loyal to a fault.
Yeah. Yeah. Alec Bohm, or not Alec Bohm, Scott Kingery is currently on the Iowa Cubs, so he played in the minor league Field of Dreams game the other day. That's exciting for Scotty Jetpacks. Yeah. Alec Bohm is a killer. Alec Bohm is an absolute killer for this team, and I don't know what you can even really do about it at this point because it seems like they're gonna keep things the way they are. They have no interest in changing anything.
Yeah.
You know who'd
But
be
also
really nice to have?
who?
Aiden Miller.
Yeah.
Like
They,
one,
they have like given zero updates since the procedure.
they said
Oh,
that he hopes to return in like 6 to 8 weeks after that last procedure, and at this point, that was like 9 weeks ago, 10 weeks ago, and there's still nothing. At this point, I think I'd be incredibly, incredibly surprised if he played in a minor league game
he's not
this
playing
year.
one.
Do you think he's playing in like the Arizona Fall League?
Probably.
I hope. I hope so.
Oh, this is totally just sad, but it kind of dark humor. I typed in Aiden Miller, and the two top articles are Philly Insider reveals brutal outlook for Aiden Miller for 2 days ago, and then apparently an Aiden Miller died. I got a obituary for it that day, and I was like, what? Like,
Oh,
uh,
sheesh.
yeah. So hopes and dreams.
That's not great. That is not great. Aiden Miller would have made everything fit so much better, and to some extent, like the Phillies are getting unlucky, like with things like that. So, like, while I have been on the critical side of things this year, if Aiden Miller didn't have a back that spontaneously combusted, then the team would feel significantly less pressure to force Bohm out there.
Yeah.
It's unlucky. but at the same time, like they probably should have planned more for this. Um, they did acquire an infielder at the trade deadline, which makes it even more infuriating that it still feels like there's that giant gap in the infield because it just shouldn't be there. It shouldn't be there. There's no need to keep playing Alec Boehm over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So let's take a step back. You're taking a look at things right now, and right now the Phillies are tied for the last wild card spot. I think it's like actually a three-way tie with the Diamondbacks, the Padres, and the Phillies. Right now, I
Well,
think
we have the tiebreaker over the Padres, so they can, so we can, so it's just a two-way tie.
well, yeah, there might be like a different procedure for the three-way tiebreaker, but I believe like right now, the Phillies would be the 6 seed, the Diamondbacks would be the 5, and then the Padres would be out of it. But who knows? I mean, that very well could change if the Padres win a game tonight, which or this afternoon, which they're just started against the Brewers not too long ago. Um, do you think that the Phillies make the postseason this year?
I I don't know. I don't know anymore. I really don't. I'm worried about Sanchez and Wheeler's. They seem to just be having dead arm right now. Uh, I'm more confident in Painter and Nola now. They both of them seem to have settled.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it's a command issue for like Wheeler. Like the fastball today, he couldn't locate the fastball very well.
Apparently, it's been really, really hot in St. Louis and disgusting, and so it's just the ball is moist as hell.
The last two nights, it was like the real feel was like 105 to 110. Today has been
Yeah.
significantly more mild. Today, like the real feel was like 93. So
Okay.
hot,
So
but
that
not
explains.
like overbearing.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know. It seems Wheeler could use a skip in the rotation or something.
Yeah.
Uh, like maybe take advantage of the off day after the Field of Dreams game.
Well, this is why they need more starting pitching depth. Like this goes back to what we talked about in
I
the
know,
offseason.
I know. We didn't claim anyone. I don't. Yeah, it's Dombrowski failed this team.
It's just the little holes that
Yeah,
can turn bigger and bigger over time, and that you feel the holes, and it's frustrating because like I do believe in like my heart of hearts that this team should be a playoff team, despite their negative run
yeah.
differentials.
They could easily snap out of this. It's yeah. They're not the first team to slump like this constantly throughout the year, and they won't be the last. Which is really
Right.
again, it's the problem is they keep running it back, so we don't trust them to change anything.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, the teams that they're
But
playing right now, for the most part, like the Cardinals are a team that is in contention for a wild card spot. They play the Cardinals again next weekend. The Marlins are not terribly far back. They play them soon. They're not a bad team.
and
Then
there's
they have
all
a
two young teams where they're like, yeah, like they're basically playing with house money. They weren't expected to be this good.
right. And then you get to the end of this month and they have a 9-game West Coast road trip. Mariners, Angels, and then a very crucial series against the Diamondbacks. And then you look at the rest of September after that, and you have Braves, Astros, Braves, Nationals, Mets, Brewers, Rays. It is a very tough September schedule. And that concerns me because I think this team is like leaking oil right now. And I think that they can't be leaking oil when they're going into these tough series against the Braves and the Brewers and the Rays and the Diamondbacks. Like these are crucial, crucial September games.
Yeah, no, I honestly feel playing the Nationals when we did made them too cocky.
Yeah. Yeah. The Phillies have the Nationals eye this year, right? Like the Marlins used to have the Phillies eye, and that did not mean that the Marlins were a good baseball team. It just meant that they always beat the Phillies. And the Phillies are always
Yeah,
beating the Nationals, but that doesn't mean that like the Phillies are that good. I mean, they've
pick,
tortured
yeah,
the Nationals bullpen this year.
yeah, and yeah, we easily could have won the series against. We should have swept the Blue Jays. So
Yeah.
it's like it's frustrating. It's the team like the Marlins. We easily could have won 2 out of 3. And this is
Agreed.
like this is the first series where it's just like, ugh. In a while, it's more like the double play. It's like, ugh, enough with the double plays.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, it's hard to disagree with that. It's very hard to disagree with that. As now the Phillies score
Mm,
is
yeah,
final. They've
and
lost 7-1,
yep,
and they have lost
walk,
the
a fly
series.
out, and then two strikeouts. Ugh.
Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff.
Harper is walking a lot, which is nice. He had two
Sure.
walks today. Yeah,
And that
Bowman
is,
had 2 hits today. It's just, but yeah, it's they strike out or hit into weak ground balls.
yeah. It's
And it's not
frustrating.
like I want a new hitting voice of hitting to be coming in. That's so much to ask.
It's a very frustrating team to watch, and I don't think that's going to change.
Yeah, yeah, it's really hard to watch them. I watch them for a few. I don't watch many full games because it's like I like, they're gonna, especially if they're down like 3 runs, I turn it off.
Yeah. You don't feel like they're gonna fight back, right? Like this is not a team that's
No.
giving you the confidence to do good things.
Oh,
Well, anything else that you have like about this series or kind
no,
of
the
like
Blue
the
Jays. No.
Blue Jays,
No, just
anything like that?
get on to the good stuff. Tell us what you're going to be doing tomorrow.
Yeah, go to the Field of Dreams game. Woohoo! It looks like my flight might be delayed. I just found out now, coming out of Philadelphia tonight, but that's okay. I'm going to the Field of Dreams game in Iowa. I paid too much money for these tickets, but I think it is worth it for what's going to be like a very cool one-time event. And can't wait to watch Aaron Nola probably allow like 3 or 4 home runs because that's a
No.
very
Oh, well,
offensively
there's
favored ballpark.
yeah, but there is also no ABS though, so he might be able to get the corners.
This is true. This is true. I think this is like the second time this year there's no ABS. Like the Mexico City series also did not have ABS,
Yeah,
and then
when you think about it, it's not worth them to put in the ABS system in a game that you play in once a year.
right, the Little League Classic I think is like the same thing in Williamsport. There's not going to be
Yeah,
ABS there.
yeah. So it's
Here's
just really funny. The Phillies are so bad at offensively with the ABS. So
what's wrong with like using game day as ABS, like just like having a challenge and then the umpire checks game day.
yeah, I I don't disagree. Like I never understood why the game day's been game like pretty fast. Like why can't they just buzz the umpire? It's really bizarre how ABS it's taken so long.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have feelings on ABS in general now that we're kind of heading to like the final?
I'm like I'm over the challenge system. I just want it in every pitch.
Yeah, I think I'm with you there. I get like a little annoyed when it's like the last pitch of a game and it's like obviously
Yeah,
strike three and like the batter challenges
yeah,
it just in case. I don't know. It just
yeah.
takes like a little bit out of that
The
moment.
only thing, like besides like it getting calls right when it does, it's really funny when they challenge and like either the batter was way wrong or the umpire was way wrong, and the reactions are really funny.
Yeah, no, that's true.
But yeah, it's just yeah. But like you have the instances with what was it, the Mariners last week, where like the crew chief had to tell the whole umpire to start granting freaking challenges because he was
Yeah,
being a little babe about it. And so and then you that with you have the cases of the Phillies being horrible at it and just make it every pitch.
yeah. Well, let's actually look up best teams at ABS challenges. Like,
Okay,
where do the
well,
Phillies rank?
Harper has the most missed challenges from a batter,
True.
and and that was announced during the game today. And he has the second most challenges overall. So yeah, well, but even so, he's not. Is he how level 50? Is he? I don't know. Uh, but
So
yeah,
the Phillies, for their challenges, they're actually above league average, which is surprising. When a batter challenges, they're successful 49.6% of the time, which is good for 13th in the league. And then pitcher catcher challenges, they're fifth in the league with a 64.5 percentage. My intuition tells me that that's like probably because JT Realmuto has like a higher standard for challenges than most of their catchers. Like he,
oh yeah. It's infuriating when it's just like we'll have two challenges late in a game, and he just like won't challenge us, and then we'll never use the challenge. It's just like, dude.
Right. I mean, you look at the teams that are like the best at challenging, and these are not like the greatest teams in the league. The overall total success rate, number one is the Reds, number two is the Tigers, number three is the Diamondbacks, and then the Cubs, and then the A's. Like
Yeah,
that's your top
like how
five.
many games do like it's obviously too much for us to look up right now, but like I want to know like how many games do we end up with two when we never challenged?
True. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just like wouldn't you risk like it's just like it feels like it's a waste ending the game with two
Yeah. I mean, I have
unless you were
changed my
really
tune
really good.
on how to use challenges because like I used to think just use them as soon as you can. Now I think I've
Yeah,
been
but I feel it's not just you, it's everyone. Like, yeah, using it in the first inning, really, really dumb.
unless it's like a
It's
situation where you have a couple runners on or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah, but like most of Harper's dumb challenges are first inning, 2 outs, one
Nobody on.
strike. It,
Right.
yeah, it's just like why?
You're right. That frustrates me. That really frustrates me when that happens.
So offensive. My thing is pitching. I don't care when they use it. Offensively, definitely a more of a situation based.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's totally reasonable, really.
Yeah, because like
Hard to argue.
pitching side, yeah, if you get a strike here, it could be anything, especially in the early innings when you try and get settled in. So
Sure.
even more,
Absolutely.
it give you a bigger sense to get that. So yeah,
Right.
I feel like yeah, offensively save it to the fifth inning unless runners on and stuff like that, or like you're like really sure it's an egregious call.
Yeah.
Pitching
Yeah.
wise, pitching wise, unless it's like 2 outs and like it's like the ninth batter hitting 190.
Well,
I wouldn't
and the pitcher
challenge.
should never be challenging. The catcher should be the one
Yeah,
challenging all the time.
yeah. Oh yeah, because pitchers like the way your motion works, you're not really seeing truly the angle where you need to see it.
You might as well have the left fielder challenge. It might be better than the pitcher.
Exactly. Yeah, like it's they're trying. Yeah. Unless like like you threw it down the middle.
Right. Right. Um there was that one challenge in like the first inning that got overturned, where it was like the JT challenged the ball that was like right down the middle and it got overturned because somehow the umpire called it a ball. Weird
Yeah, like
stuff.
those ones. Yeah, like it happens every so like umpire. Like newsflash, umpires can blink and miss it.
True. This is true.
Like
Um
yeah,
Interesting. Well, anything else that you have for us today, Jeremy?
please stop being bad.
Yeah. Well,
I
you're
want to be
asking for a
happy
lot
again. I want to be happy again.
there. Well,
Like I just feel like I'm whining. I hate it.
yeah. Yeah. It's hard to argue with that. But this seems frustrating. It is what it is, and you just gotta hope that they can
Oh
figure
yeah,
out.
just to end in more sadness, my dad just sent me this. Phillies have scored 1 run or been shut out for the 8th time since the All-Star game.
It's pretty crazy, considering that they had like that stretch of 2 weeks where like they were actually doing quite well offensively.
Yeah, that's yeah. So it's either they're scoring a bunch of runs or being shut out. It's
Right. Their Fangraphs playoff odds going into today were 75.5%. I think you could probably reasonably.
I think it's 50%.
I think you'll see Fangraphs probably adjust it down, depending on how other games go, to like probably around 70-ish after today. But we'll have to take a look. This is not the playoff race that we were hoping for like a fun division race, but this is probably going to be a playoff race for if they're going to make the postseason or not.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I would just call up Gage Wood, make him a reliever. He's clearly tired out to be a starter right now.
I mean, I don't know. I think you can get to that in September. I don't know. I've gone back and forth on it. I think I'm more against it now than I was maybe a week ago, just because he has looked more tired in AAA. And I think that you really need somebody that's going to take down innings in the bullpen. Like you just give the ball to Chase Sugar, and he is going to
I know, like
see
like
through innings.
look at his game. Like he should not be looked at for the Blue Jays game. Bohm screwed that up for him, making him throw a ton more pitches. and then they didn't score. Yeah,
Yeah. This team needs like
Sugar
inning
is
seaters in the
Sugar
bullpen.
is Sugar is the classic long relief man, and
Right.
he's who you want, who won't get killed, but he's gonna give up a couple runs probably in like 3 innings.
Yes. I agree. I agree completely. All
And
right.
he has a rubber arm.
True. Well, unless you have anything else, Jeremy, I think we'll leave it off here.
Yep.
Cool. Well, thank you everybody for listening. Thank you, Jeremy, for joining. And we will talk to you again at some point.
Bye.